Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, and today I have a 10-minute wind down for us. So in this particular wind down routine, we are really going to focus on opening up the fronts of the hips as a way to counter the kind of hip hinge situation that we're in a lot when we're skating. So we're going to go ahead and start this wind down with a standing quad stretch. So if you've got a wall, if you need it, you can use a wall. We're just going to take that right ankle into the right hand and then go ahead and squeeze that right heel towards the right sit bone. And as you're here, you want to think about keeping your spine nice and long. So it might feel like a little tuck of the pelvis will help you get a little more stretch through the front of that right quad and hip. But really, we just want to draw the hip points up enough so that the tailbone is lengthening down, right? That right knee is pointed straight down, and we're working to hold for about 30 seconds or so. Good. As you're here, as you're winding down, you can take some deep breaths to allow the heart rate to go down. Good. And then we will relax this first side. Nice. And just kind of shake it out. And we'll switch to the second side. So same thing, second side. We'll grab that left ankle, squeeze the heel towards the sit bone. And then once again, just noticing where the hip points are. Can we lift the hip points ever so slightly to lengthen the tailbone down and find a little more opening through the left quad? Very nice. Good. And then using that breath, inhale. Can you send that breath down the front of the left hip and thigh? Good. One more inhale here. Nice. And then go ahead and relax this side. Good. So from here, we're going to take a nice wide stance. So we'll take this nice wide stance. We'll keep the toes straight ahead or a little bit open if you need to. And then you're just going to send the hips back, soften the knees a little bit, and we're just going to shift right. Good. And shift left. Good. So a few times side to side, feeling through the inner thighs here. Taking a moment to let the spine lengthen and release. Good. And then as you're ready, go ahead and come over to the left. And if you can, we're going to bring hands to the floor, or if you've got blocks, you can use your blocks. But we're just going to pivot around into a lizard lunge. Nice. So I've got my left foot in front. My toes are angled out. I've got my right leg back. And then I'm going to bend into the right knee. Good. And then untuck those right toes. And as you're here in your lizard, you can hold, or you can take some shifts side to side. You can take some circles front, around, and back. Nice. And then whenever you'd like, go ahead and you can come into a little deeper, more passive version of your lizard pose, allowing the torso to sink into your mat. Good. If it feels nice to come to forearms, great. If not, stay on the hands. You can bring the forearms to a block. You've got options. Good. So another moment to breathe here. Inhale. Good. And as you exhale, if you're on those elbows, go ahead and find your way up. Yeah. So we're going to keep that right hand just a little in front of the right shoulder. We'll reach the left arm up for a gentle twist here. So if this feels good, this level of twist, stay here. Otherwise, if you're looking for more opening across the front of that or along the front of that right quad and hip, go ahead and take the left arm all the way back, bend that right knee, reach for the foot or the ankle, and then you can find that deeper stretch from here. Yeah. Finding an inhale and an exhale. Good. One more breath here. And then go ahead and undo that side. Very nice. So we're going to come out of this position just like we went in. So you can tuck the back toes, lengthen that right leg, and then just pivoting around. Good. So from here, we can stay nice and low. If you want to wiggle it out a little bit, you can. And then we'll take it to the second side. So pivoting so that right foot is on the outside of the right arm. Right toes are angled open. Good. And then bend into that left knee. Untuck the left toes. And then take a few mindful movements here. Maybe shifting. Good. Maybe circling. Nice. Yeah, and then as you're ready, we'll come all the way down. You can come to forearms. You can come to these blocks here. So if you're wondering how to use the blocks, you just use the blocks to raise the ground here. And then if you want to start to work towards forearms, you can take some smaller steps towards the ground there. Or if you've got some more tightness on one side than the other, by all means, use those props. Good. We'll take another full round of breath here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and press your way back up. We're going to bring that left hand just a little bit in front of the left shoulder to anchor. Inhale the right arm up. If you like the option to take the quad stretch, go ahead and reach the right arm back. Bend that left knee, and we'll squeeze that left heel towards the left sit bone. And that left hand is pressing into the floor to help you shine the heart towards the ceiling a little bit further. Nice. Good. Take one more full round of breath here. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, gently relax that back foot. Yep. We'll bring the right hand back, and then we'll come out of this the same way we went in, tucking the back toes, and then pivoting around, coming back through that center. Good. And so we've got the hands in between the legs. We're in this center. Again, maybe a little shifting here to kind of wiggle it out. And then go ahead and bring the hands to the hips. Nice flat back. Press down to rise all the way up. And then heel toe your feet in. We're going to move through one more stretch on each side. That's just going to give the outer hips a little more opening. And then you'll be ready to carry on after this wind down. So for this particular outer hip stretch, you're going to cross your right foot in front of your left. And then you want to make sure that your toes are pointing in towards each other. And so I keep my right foot about half a foot's distance in front of the left. Yep. And with the toes pointed in, you can kind of soften the knees a little bit. From here, we'll send the hips back, find a forward fold. Good. So with the right foot crossed in front, we're going to walk the hands over to the right, and we're going to send the hips to the left, right? The more you bend the knees, the deeper you can get into this left outer hip. So play around a little bit. See what feels good in your body. Yep. And then the upper body here is walking to the right and even a little bit out if that feels good. Relax the head and the neck. We'll take an inhale and an exhale. Good. Walk those hands back through to center, and then we'll switch sides here from the forward fold. So uncross the right foot. We'll cross the left foot over the right. Once again, there can be space from front to back between the feet, and the toes are pointed in, so you can find a little bend in the knees. And then here we go, second side. Walk your way over to the left and out, and then send those hips to the right. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Nice deep inhale. And full exhale. Good. Take your time. Walk those hands back through to center. Undo the cross of the legs. Awesome. You can kind of shake it out here. And then slowly driving the feet down into the floor. Roll your way up. Beautiful. All right. So that's a series of static stretches that open up the fronts of the hips, sides of the hips. We get a little bit of twisting in there. A really nice little sequence after you've worked out or after you skated. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.